Welcome to the Health Solutions for the Wired Life radio show, a radio show dedicated to empowering all computer users to get a solution to the health problem inherent in today's wired life. This is the number one health issue for the 21st century. My name is Aditya Joshi. I'm talking to you from the Vauxhall area of Union Township in New Jersey, here in the United States. Welcome. I'm a coach, author, consultant, and speaker on health solutions for the wired life. I help people to understand the wired life, what goes on in their bodies when they're using computers and all computerized devices such as cell phones, iPads, and so on. You never thought those were computers, right? But they actually are. This radio show is taking place at 6 p.m. today and will take place every Friday at 6 p.m. unless there are programming changes. We will be continuing where we left off last Friday. If you have not been listening to the broadcast, I welcome you to the show and I urge you to go back and listen to prior episodes after this one so you can fill in the gaps. We have actually covered so much ground. I'd first like to remind us of some foundational facts which I will keep on repeating each broadcast to help keep us focused, okay? First off, all of us work for a living, either for others or in our businesses, and our intention is to do so to live. However, because of the ignorance about the wired life we are all living, its effect on human health, and the preventative and management measures that must be in place to minimize it, many of us are really working for a living to die or adversely damage lives. Secondly, the adage knowledge is power is perhaps truest in the issue of health solutions for the wired life. You must, however, first obtain the knowledge to access its power. Thirdly, computers are here to stay. We have so become dependent on them that humans will continue to use computers until our Maker rescues us from what we have unleashed upon ourselves. Fourthly, the computer is a dangerous tool like a knife, and just as we have to learn to use the knife in such a way that when the driver sits all the time, so we must do with the computer. As losing control to the knife is suicide, so is losing control to the computer. And the fact that we have globally collectively decided that the best way to build a global economy is by destroying nature and ourselves and trying to fix everything, a feat we have no ability to do, is actually evidence of the fact that we have a global mental problem. Think about that. That is why I will keep on repeating this foundational fact every week. Because we humans need to sit back and think of what we are doing and turn away from the suicidal tendencies of the humans on the earth at this moment. Consequently, on these shows, I will be giving the audience an understanding of various aspects of the wildlife and the health consequences, as well as the solutions provided for us in nature by our Maker. Last week, we began to look at the entertainment industry. We started with the musicians and the Hollywood and television show crowd. We learned that the art of filmmaking and television show production is one of the most heavily computerized industries, driven by the insatiable demand for violence, stunts, and special effects by consumers. This has led the industry of make-believe to come up with ever more damaging equipment and color manipulations. We learned that in fact, video games are just, they're just an interactive form of films or television show, okay, that allows the watcher to be a part of the make-believe experience, okay. And that is why it is so addictive, okay. It is so addictive that many choose to not acknowledge that these shows and video games have health consequences. And it is at this point that we continue with our discussion this week. I like us to know that in fact a lot of what goes into determining what color manipulation makes the most addictive scenes that people will watch and be glued to without becoming bored and distracted. That is the research that the make-believe industry spends a lot of money on. They pass all kinds of manipulation, color manipulations of several scenes in front of people and ask them to choose which one they like the most and which one they would like to continue to watch, thereby determining which ones are more addictive. Moviegoers and television watchers are of all age groups and demographics, which must all be satisfied to make any movie or television show successful. I'm sure some of us are beginning to feel kind of jittery, and for this reason, this is where we'll stop this week, because all of us are guilty. And because all of us are guilty, it is best to stop now. Okay? And to enable all of us to digest what we have heard. We will continue with this discussion next week. Meanwhile, think about what you have had. Replay this show as many times as you need to. Think about what you have had and the need for moderation. And save yourself and your children and everybody else that you love from self-destruction. Tune in for more next week and get your friends to tune in too. To learn more about all these issues, get a hold of the various books I have written about computer use-induced health conditions. Starting with the first one, the book Lessons I Learned the Hard Way by Aditi Joshi. I have actually written 15 books so far, and I'm on my 16th, which one of these days will be completed. I'm going to surprise everyone one day and say, I have finished my 16th book. Meanwhile, the first book, Lessons I've Learned the Hard Way, is a must-have 300-page guidebook for all computer users. The 15 books I have written are all available at Amazon.com in print and in ebook format for most ebook readers, including Kindle, iPad, Sony, and so on. Also visit my website, www.foodsthathealdaily.com. The name is a combination of 4 words. The word foods, F-O-O-D-S, that's T-H-A-T, heal, H-E-A-L, daily, D-A-I-L-Y. That is F-O-O-D-S, T-H-A-T, HEALDAILY.com, foodsthathealdaily.com. There you can find more information, and that site will soon have a forum, a discussion forum. It doesn't have one right now. We have blogs, but and some people in the comments to our blogs have been requesting for discussion forum. Okay. And so we're going to set up one. So if you're one of those who has been requesting for a forum, within the next 1 week, there would be a functional forum at foodsthathealdaily.com. And then I would set up another one on our second website I'm going to talk to you about in a moment. At foodsthathealdaily.com, you can find more information. You can also direct people there as well as purchase my books. There are 2 ways to shop on the website. You can click on Shop on the menu tab, or you can click on the Book Gallery tab. The Shop tab enables you to shop right on the website, while the Book Gallery provides a link for each book with our createspace.com in-store. We are now also on Facebook and have a Facebook store that you can direct your friends to. Also remember to like us on Facebook and follow us. You can find us by looking for foodsthathealdaily.com. When you're at my website, also visit my blog, leave your comments, and sign up for the newsletter. Remember to go through the various articles. I have actually written quite a number of them over time. I cannot overemphasize the need to go back and listen to prior episodes, even if you have been around every week. We humans actually need to hear things many times. Some people say hundreds of times, before what we have had becomes sufficiently coded into the database of our hearts for us to take action concerning it. We do procrastinate a lot, and the neurotransmitter depletions in computer use contributes to a lot of our procrastination. Okay, I have other websites. One of the ones I talked about earlier on is www.wiredlifesolutions.com, and I invite everyone to go there. It's going to also have its own forum. Okay, direct your friends there too. Some of my other websites are currently in the repair mode, such as www.computeragehealthreach.com, and some are in the development stage. I will continually update us on the status of all these websites, which are all my attempts to reach out to everyone to save as many as possible. Okay. Meanwhile, go to www.foodsthathealdaily.com and wildlife and www.wildlifesolutions.com for all your information. Come back next week. Remember to tune in and get your friends to tune in too. If it's Friday at 6 p.m., it is time to learn more about the wildlife and how you can protect yourself. Contact me by email at adetutuijoshi@gmail.com. That's my first and last name at gmail.com. Or you can use computerblessings@gmail.com if you prefer. See you again next week. Meanwhile, share this broadcast with all you know in every way you can. Share the YouTube link. Let it go viral. There's so many videos that are not very helpful to us that are viral. Why don't we do something to make the video that is helpful for us and for everybody else viral? And let the media begin to talk about this issue. And let there be a national and global conversation that saves many lives, including yours. And if you know anyone in the media, you can introduce me to them. Get in touch with me. I'll meet them. And if it's people at your workplace that need to know more, you can invite me. I'll come and speak to them. Thank you, everybody, for listening today, and good night.